Buona dimineața. It is day 40. This is Paul. Tammy's ahead of me, not behind me, ahead of me. This is day 40 on Paul and Tammy's trek across Romania on the Via Transilvanica. Now she's behind me. And we've got, so we're backpacking in Bruges. I guess that's our handle. I'm not sure what it means. But anyway, yeah, day 40 for us. It is the 12th of May. 12th of May? Yeah, 12th May. So we're almost in the middle of May now. We are leaving Sarmizegetusa Regia, where the Dacian ruins are near. We're 5 kilometers downhill from there, where we stayed last night. We stayed at Terra Dacica, name of a hotel, really nice hotel. They had their own restaurant, got dinner there, had breakfast this morning. It's very good, reasonable price, I think, for dinner and breakfast for 2 people, and beer and some wine. Ended up being 290 lei, which is, we think, reasonable. We booked it through booking.com, reserved through booking.com, and it was, I want to say 43 euros, something like that. Anyway, very nice, very clean, very new, and kind of neat little sort of garden area that they have with tables and sort of pavilions and such. Really nice little spot. It's sort of surrounded by, not surrounded, but it's got a couple other, there's another hotel right next door that looked totally empty, may not even be open right now. And there was another sort of pensione down the road, short way as well. So, but I think it was us and another guest that were in there last night. Nobody else. And I don't know how they stay in business and make a profit. But it had a pool, indoor pool. We were able to relax in that last night. Really, very nice. Good stop. And as I mentioned yesterday, we were unable to go to the Dacian ruins. It was closed during the week. We're not sure if it's closed during the weekend as well. It's supposed to be open on the weekend, but they had a sign out there. It's a temporarily closed. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of a bummer for us. But today we're headed to Fondatori Ponaruli. We've got a confirmation through WhatsApp with a gentleman there. I think we're staying at his cabin or his house, something. And it's right there near the end of the segment. He was listed in the guidebook with the WhatsApp thing. It was hard communicating with him though, however, because I'm not sure if he didn't understand Romanian. And I even talked to the folks back at Terra Social and said, hey, I'm having a hard time figuring out whether we've got a room or a place to stay in this spot. And they helped me out, and they were able to actually pinpoint on the map where exactly his house was, because there's really, looking at all the maps, Google Maps and the guide, and also the AllTrails, doesn't show a whole lot of buildings in that, where that segment ends. So really kind of hard to figure out where exactly we were staying. But she was Milu, M-I-L-U. She at Terra Social, she was able to help confirm where this place is. So anyway, it's only an 11-mile day, and we're not sure how about the elevation gain, because this segment's got a leg out that you basically go out 4 kilometers and come back 4 kilometers, or 3 kilometers, something like that. Yeah, probably 3. Out 3 and back 3. And we, watch out, Tammy. And we, the car speeding by. And we are not going to take that leg. So we're saving ourselves 6 kilometers, but we think it's mostly level. But we're not taking it. We're just going to head straight on. Mostly because the day, it's supposed to be raining all day today. It's not raining right now, knock on wood, but it's supposed to be raining throughout the entire day. Low temperature of 51, high of 61. So we got our rain gear on and our backpack covers and our rain pants and whatnot. So since we only had an 11-mile day, we took our time with breakfast, and we are leaving our hotel here at about 10 o'clock. We figured it'll be about a 5-hour max trek. And usually if it's raining, we don't stop for food or anything because it's just not comfortable to sit down in the wet and try to get something to eat. And we have really no lunch. So we're sort of wanted to have a late breakfast just to fill up so that we wouldn't be so hungry for lunch. And we're thinking that the place where we're staying is somebody's home, and you know, inconveniencing them showing up around noon, you know, for hey, we're hungry, feed us, you know, we're not going to do that. So we're sort of just kind of taking our time today to get there. Oh, and we got a friendly dog with us. There was a dog that followed us down the road yesterday after we were heading down from the ruin site, and the dog came barking out at us and started following us. And here we got another dog following us. This one's a male. Yesterday's dog was a female of the same breed. It's just, there's not a whole lot we can do. We're not feeding it anything, and we're not calling it or anything. It's just kind of following us. So the neat thing yesterday, so the dog that was following us yesterday followed us all the way into the parking lot of the hotel. We met the host just outside the front door of the hotel, and while we were walking in the parking lot, 4 other dogs came up to greet the dog that was following us from up the trail. And she said something to all the dogs, and they all left. So she knew exactly what to say. We, of course, don't know what to say, and we're just kind of trying to ignore them. I don't know if he's still there. Not sure what we're going to do. Anyway, so we're headed to Fondatori Ponaruli, which is supposed to be a beautiful area, and we'll see how the rainy day goes. Might be short on videos today because of the rain. I don't like getting all my gear wet, and sometimes my phone stops working when it's wet. So, okay. And now we got 2 cows that are just kind of cruising up the road. I think we saw these cows walking down the road yesterday, but this morning they're walking up the road. So, have a good day. Oh boy, Romania, gotta love it. Well, we turned off the road at kilometer stone 896 and worked our way through what seemed to be a gentleman's yard with a barking dog. It was a little bit confusing, but anyway, we're on this trail / stream. Just kidding. The stream's just from the rains that we had last night and this morning. But yeah, this is a pretty decent ascent, and better to have this than mud, which we've experienced before. So this is it's not great, but it's a whole lot better than mud. Alrighty, first fire salamander today. Well, we did see 2 dead ones on the road, but this guy looks pretty healthy. Good job, fella. There's the first little fire salamander that I've seen. He's only about 4 inches long. Pretty cool. Look at him booking. The big ones don't move so fast. Another smaller one. Yeah, he's probably 5 inches maybe. They're out today. Oh, we just passed kilometer stone 910, and it was the bird of prey. Might have been a common vulture, but it definitely looked like some kind of hawk, maybe an eagle. I don't know. But we've been walking through mostly forests and just worked through an old tree grove of looked like oaks and the beech trees, and then came upon a rainstorm on top of a high meadow, and that finally cleared away and gave us this view right just past Climberstone 910. Just wanted to share that. Just real pretty. Some snow-capped mountains in front of us. Not probably the closest snow-capped mountains we've seen. I don't know if you call them snow-capped, but they have snow on them. But closest ones we've come to on the trail, except for, you know, obviously when we had snow on the ground, but, you know, a little different. Anyway, just a gorgeous view. The sun decided to come out in a couple places, you can see, and we're just about maybe 4 miles from our destination tonight in Fondatura Panurelli. Sorry about the shaking. There we go. So we are at Fondatura Panurelli. Yeah, something like that, but it's beautiful valley, stream rolling through it, flowing through it. Just gorgeous views up here. Oh, really nice. Unfortunately, the trail's a little muddy, but we're making the best of it. Right. So it's a little after 3 in the afternoon, and we are just past the location where we were planning on spending the night tonight with the gentleman that I got his information out of the guidebook, not the app. Got the guidebook, contacted him, and there was a bit of a complication with contacting him because apparently he didn't speak Romanian, and obviously he didn't speak any English, and we weren't sure if it was Hungarian either. We tried that, it didn't work very well, but we did, in the end, with the help of Tasu Liesa Social, coordinate a place to stay, this place to stay for tonight. And the gentleman sent pictures of his farm and the house and the room that I think we were going to be staying in. It wasn't clear. He just sent a picture. I presume that's what he meant by it. So when we got there, there was just an older lady there, kind of like a grandmother figure, and she spoke no English, but kept speaking Romanian, I think. And she invited us. She told us to put our packs down outside, invited us into the house, didn't have to take our shoes off, and we ended up sitting in a room that was basically 2 beds, a table, and a kitchen. And we were trying to ask her, well, where are we sleeping? Because the beds look like they're occupied by other people. So we weren't sure, and she kept on talking Romanian. We didn't understand what she was saying. We were just saying, well, yeah, where do we sleep? Where do we put our stuff? Can we, we're wondering, can we take a shower? We couldn't even tell if the place had electricity. We weren't even sure if it had a bathroom. This way, Tammy. And we, so anyway, we're in her kitchen, this kitchen bedroom, and sitting there, and she's fiddling with the stove or something like that, and Tammy and I are both looking at each other like, I don't feel comfortable spending a night here. This just seems a little weird. And so we walked out of the house, picked up our bags, put them on, and now we're back on the trail. And so we're up the hill from Fondatura Panurelli, and we're heading down toward Hobita. Like I said, it's past 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We have a reservation in Hobita for tomorrow night, but we have nothing for tonight. So we're just walking with the hope that we'll find something, maybe walk all the way to Hobita. I don't know. I'd have to look to see how far that is. I looked in the guidebook. There are some places to stay short of Hobita, but it's unclear where exactly these places are. But I know we've got at least 6 kilometers to go from here to get to the first village, and maybe we'll stop there. I'm not sure. We're kind of sort of just winging it at this point. So yeah, that was a little strange. The lady, you know, I'm sure she was super nice, but it kind of reminded us of and it was kind of raining and kind of miserable outside, and it kind of reminded me sort of the Hansel and Gretel, and the lady invites Hansel and Gretel into the house. So we're yeah, it was just uncomfortable, and you know, nothing against the hosts and offering their house for us to stay in. You know, that's wonderful, super, but it just was not, we weren't comfortable, so we pressed on. Alrighty, it's about 6:30, almost 7 o'clock at night. We just passed Cornerstone 928, and we are on our way to Hobita. It's still day 40. We, as I mentioned before, we didn't feel comfortable with the lodging that we had up at the Fonatura Ponderelu Railway. So we kept on going, and we're trekking our way to Hobita, where we had a reservation for tomorrow night. And I called them, and sure enough, they have the space available for us tonight too. So we're going to be spending 2 nights in Hobita. So after this long, over 20-mile day, surprise, surprise, we're going to be able to have a 0 day in Hobita. Hopefully, it's not a very big village as far as I know. So, but who knows? We might figure out what to do. In the very least, we can just rest for a period of time. But we're following the trail, and hope to be there before 8 o'clock tonight. Have a couple beers, and we've already asked if they could have dinner for us, and they did, or they can. So we're set. Just have about 4 more kilometer stones to tackle, and then we'll be in Hobita and in our lodging for 2 nights.